Welcome back, everyone. This is Jaronitis bringing you Feed the Beast Unleashed, episode 10. The 10th episode. It's a great day to have 10 episodes. This episode is going to be dedicated to one singular thing: power armor. We are going to make and use power armor. At least that's the idea. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the item subsets. We're going to select the mod. And we're going to go to Machine Muses Power Suits. We're going to shift click on that. That way it brings up all the things that can be made. And the first thing we need to make is a power armor tinker table. Okay, a power armor tinker table can be made either way, here or here. We're going to make it this way because we're going to need a bunch of electronic circuits, and if I'm going to make them, I'm going to make a bunch. So we've already got the machine block because of previous buildings that required the machine block. And we're going to need an emerald. Should only be one emerald we need for this entire build, but we might come back here in a minute. Before we get going too far, my last episode I recorded at 3. The episode ended at 3:30 in the afternoon. It is now 8:10, and I wanted to show you guys how far the bots have made their cuts. So this one is at the upper echelon, being, one block higher than the other guy. And if it gives you a good idea, you can see on the mini-map here and on this main screen exactly how far we've gone. Okay, well, he stopped for some reason. And I don't know what that reason is. He shouldn't have stopped. Let's go check the other guy. Should be here anytime now. Anytime now. And he has stopped as well. Okay, the only thing I can think of is I had to relog. Maybe these guys are outside of the chunk loaders chunk area, but they were inside of my personal space and kept running until this point. I wouldn't have thought that would be true, but anyway, as you can see, they've done fairly well. I mean, I logged in and out once, and it's only been about 15-20 minutes ago, so they cut in a long ways, and I will probably between episodes reset them in some form or fashion. I can't say how yet, because I really don't know, but you can tell that they cut through a lot. And we have, whoops, quite a few more diamonds, a whole bunch more iron, a bunch more gold and ferrous ingots, ingots, not ingots, but ore, and a bunch of other really good stuff. So that little tour being a complete failure because I was supposed to show you bots that were still running, and, well, that just didn't happen. So anyway, we need to make electronic circuits. Electronic circuits can be made with force ingots, or they can be normally made with refined iron, and of course the copper cabling. I'm going to use the force ingots just because it makes 2 circuits. I am finding that everything that has to do with Darkcraft is extremely overpowered, like disturbingly overpowered, but it's here, so I'm going to take advantage of it. Say I'm a bad person if you want to, you're probably right, but I mean, it's just too good to not take advantage of. So we're going to need more copper wiring. Copper, copper. Do we have any copper blocks? We do have copper. Oh, good lord, I've got plenty of copper. No, let's not do that. No, let's not do that either. That should work. Yeah, sure. So yeah, other than that little tour for the bots, the rest of this entire episode is all going to be about power suits. And the name of this episode shall be Wandering Aimlessly Through Nowhere, Doing Nothing of Great Importance. And then we're going to do power suits and just see how many people catch on. Is that too mean? It's too mean, isn't it? Okay, so maybe I won't do it like that because that's mean. It'd be funny though, because people be like, I skipped the episode, and they'll be like, wait a minute, I skipped the episode, but what happened? How can he possibly be this far with this? Where did he get that power suit? How did he make it? It'd be funny. It'd be funny for me, because I would assume that everybody had this horrible time, and that, you know, a little prank like that actually did work, instead of it not working and just being a pathetic attempt to be funny on my part. But I choose to believe that it would be hilarious. So, alright, so electronic circuits are going to be the 4 ingots with the copper cabling and a piece and redstone. I actually brought some redstone up here because my barrel was too full of redstone down there. So I brought some up here and stored it in block form. Alrighty, so now we need this in there. This. And yes, I'm going to make 32, which is actually going to wind up being 64 electronic circuits. You may think to yourself, my god, that's a lot of electronic circuits. But trust me, it's not anywhere close to the amount we're actually going to wind up needing when we're all done with this. So, machine block plus electronic circuit plus emerald. Which actually, let me try this again. Now, supposedly if you shift-click the question mark, it'll put the recipe in for you. And look at that, it does. Okay, so the next thing we're going to need is, now that we have the power armor tinker table, we're going to need some power armor pieces themselves. So we're going to put the tinker table right there. Okay, so the next thing we're going to need is the actual pieces of armor themselves. So, oh gee, what do you know? Electronic circuits. We're not going to use the electronic circuits because, you know what, screw it. Yes, I am. I am going to use the electronic circuits because I like the idea of doing that. So let me grab a couple more refined iron stacks. And we're going to use the shift-click method here. And we're just going to go clunk, 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 and all this stuff's going to appear. Except if I shift-clicked right then, I would have made a whole bunch of helmets. And yeah, we don't need that many helmets. Alright, now the legs. And of course the feet. Okay, so now we have the actual tinker table, and we have the pieces of armor themselves. We are going to now access the tinker table. If you access the tinker table without any pieces, it will just say, hey, you don't have any pieces. And that's useless. So with the pieces in my hand, it now shows me, I don't have to be wearing them, they just have to exist in my hand. It's showing me, look, I've got all these pieces. So we're going to do the torso first. And this is all the things you can add to it. Now, there are some things here that I'm not familiar with, and, you know, if that's going to be the way it's going to be, I'm going to have to figure a couple things out. For the moment, all I'm going to worry about is energy shields. I want to apply an energy shield, so I click on the energy shield, and down here it says what I need. I need 2 force field emitters. So, it's going to be 2 force field emitters per each piece of armor. So 2, 4, 6, 8. I'm going to need 8 force field emitters in order to make this armor have all the protection I want. So we're going to go find, there's the force field emitter. The force field emitters require a whole bunch of stuff. Look at that. Oh, they require advanced electronic circuits. I did not realize that they required advanced circuits. Or you can use an unattuned tesseract, which is honestly probably even more difficult. Let's see, what does this require? It requires the electronic circuit, redstone, lapis, and glowstone. I can still do that because I've got all that stuff down here. So we're going to go ahead and get redstone, lapis, and glowstone. And since I already have the electronic circuits on me, see, I told you we'd need more of these. We're going to make more. So let's see, we needed one of these for each, so we need at least 8. So we're going to make 12. Okay, so now the force field emitter, we're going to need, we got the advanced circuits, we're going to need the ender pearls, and we're going to need solenoids. I know for a fact that we're going to need a whole bunch of solenoids, so let's see what it takes to make those, and we'll make a bunch of those. Machine block and wiring, or iron and wiring. We need to make wiring. Wiring is copper and silver. So I've got the copper on me, but we're going to run upstairs and get some silver. And yes, I'm going to run up and down the stairs a whole bunch of times this episode, and, well, that's just the way it's going to happen. So, silver, that's not much silver. We should have plenty of silver over here, because we are going to need a lot of these solenoids. And a lot of solenoids means a lot of wiring, and a lot of wiring means a lot of silver. So, we need silver. Bronze, tin, steel. I know I have silver. Where in the world is all of my silver? I know I... Oh, did I make most of it into electrum? Ooh, that would really stink if I don't have enough silver. Shiny electrum, invar, ferrous, manulin, aluminum, aluminum brass, tin, bronze, electrum, invar, lead, tin, iron, 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 iron. Do I not have any silver in here? There's silver. Okay, I've got 8 silver ingots and that's it. I'm actually going to be low on silver. Who would have guessed I would wind up low on silver? I would definitely not have guessed it. Okay, well, this is going to really stink if I can't finish what I want to finish because I don't have any silver. I mean, I would find that actually horrible and impossible to believe. I could have sworn I've run into silver, like, continuously. Well, in any case, let's see. So we have silver. Thank God it's mostly copper. Which actually, let's pull that back down. And we're going to break this down into some more. Okay, so we've got the wiring now, and we are still trying to make the force field emitters, so we need to make the solenoids. The solenoids are the wiring and iron ingots. Iron I know I have extremely ungodly large amounts of, so we will do this. And this is, wow, this is going to get, we'll get this going, I think. I'm not sure how many more solenoids I'm going to need. Wow, I really only just made 20 solenoids? Yeah, this could definitely get interesting. Let's see, we were making, oh, that's right, we need ender pearls. Okay, so now we should have all that, and we can make 5. Yeah, we don't have enough silver. But for the moment, we're going to go ahead and do what we can. We're going to install energy shields here. Install. Field strength to maximum. We're going to put energy shield on here and install. Energy shield to maximum. Now, that should leave us with one Yep, one force field emitter left. So the next thing we're going to want, we need to be able to power these because the force fields require power to function. So we need power. We're going to go with an elite battery. And an elite battery is 1 HV capacitor. So for the moment, we're only going to put in 1 HV capacitor. Unless, of course, it's really easy to make more than one. And no, we're not going to... Well, actually, I technically already have a cell frame full. I might use that because I never made the second battery. Normally, you use the Lapotron crystal, which is an energy crystal with lapis and electronic circuits. And the energy crystal, as you might remember, is the ruby surrounded by redstone. As a matter of fact, I am going to do it that way, just because I want to. It's unlikely you'll have a... it's unlikely that you will have a redstone energy cell just laying around. I mean, that's... I do, which is kind of funny, because, I mean, realistically I shouldn't, but I do. And... just the fact is you probably won't, and therefore it's not really relevant to do it that way. So, anyway, we're going to go through the long way, just because that seems like the right thing to do in this case, and why didn't that work? Lapotron, energy crystal, electronic circuit, and lapis. 2 electronic circuits, an energy crystal, and some lapis. Shift, click. Okay, fine, we'll build it the slow way then. Oh, because the stupid is showing a full energy crystal, that's why. And we're going to make another one, because I want to. For actually my own purposes. I'll inform you as to those purposes eventually, but not right now. Okay, so then the HV capacitor can then... Okay, we're just not going to work in this case. That's fine. So we can then do this, and we have an HV capacitor. So, last episode I built generators, and I built a MFE, which is used for storing power. And I did all that specifically so I could get to this. Install the elite battery. The battery size we're going to max out, which is going to give us lots of weight right here. IC2 tier. I'm not sure what that is supposed to be. I'm going to max it out just because I don't know, and I want to make sure that I just use up everything I can use up. So now we're going to put this piece in here, and it's going to charge. We're going to put this piece in here. Okay, okay, well, I guess that's changed. Do we have some other way of doing this now? I don't know. This is kind of irritating. This also makes no sense. Of course, not having any silver doesn't make any sense either, so... Okay, well, I guess technically I have some protection. I have a little bit of charge in the battery. I don't know why that is exactly, but in theory we'll be protected at least somewhat for now. Let's see, on this side we have the kinetic generator, generates power by moving around. We're going to need a servo motor and a control circuit, 2 servo motors and control circuits, excuse me. And since I can't seem to charge normally, I'm going to try to charge it this way. So the control circuit is... Oh look, more electronic circuits. See, I told you we'd use those. And servos, which is solenoids, which we don't have any more of. Electronic circuits and machine blocks. Yeah, wow, I thought that I was really well prepared for this, and apparently I'm not. But we can still at least make one of these. And the only other thing we're going to need is 2 servo motors. And we're going to need 2 more solenoids, machine blocks, and electronic circuits. So I need more wiring, which requires silver, and I've got just a little bit of silver, so let's see if I can make this. We're going to make this wiring, and we're going to make more of that, so that we can make more of this, so that we can make this. And looky there, I managed to make it function. Okay, so now we're going to go over here, and we're going to install the kinetic generator, and energy generated is going to be up. It's adding more weight to us, but that's okay. I'm not worried about it. The fact is that now, when I'm walking around, I should be generating power. And I am. Isn't that awesome? Okay, so all I have to do is run around forever, and eventually I'll get power in there. I really don't know why it doesn't charge. Before, you could charge it just by putting it in there. I don't know what the deal is now. I'll have to figure that out. Let's see. Jump assist is going to require more servo motors, I need 8 more servo motors so I can move faster. And we managed to not make any more servo motors. We can make 1 more, and I need 8. So I guess this is where we're going to wind up getting stuck. It's actually very irritating to me. I thought I was prepared for this. We're going to put this... Why does it show that this Lapotron crystal is charged? That shouldn't be either. And I should be able to put it in the MFE. So I don't know... Something's definitely wrong here. I don't know what's going on. It shows the armor here, and I should be able to put it in to let it charge, but it's not letting me. I wonder if it has to do with the IC2 tier in the battery. Let's bring it down and see if that makes the difference. Hey, look at that, it's charging. I still don't know why. Wow, that took a lot more than I thought it should have. I went negative. I didn't know you could go negative. Okay, well, that let me charge it up a little bit, so that's nice. Apparently it's going to take a lot more to charge than I originally thought it would. I'm going to need a lot more silver than I thought I would. And I guess we're going to wind up stuck, and this being the end of the episode. I really don't like the fact that I didn't get to finish this. I can't believe I don't have silver. I mean, of all the things to not have, right? I have blocks and blocks and blocks of everything else, but no silver. And there's no way to actually get silver just straight up, is there? Ha-de-dum. Silver ingots. Nope. 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 Okay. Well, I guess I gotta go mining. This is disappointing to say the least. I was really hoping to get to where I could jump around a lot better. So I guess I will just clean up for now, and we will have to work on the rest at another time. For now, we will put these pieces in here, since we know we'll be using them. We'll put the machine blocks and the circuits in here. And we'll put the Lapotron crystal in here, along with the copper. Everything else can be sorted back into its normal resting places. Let's see. Well, you know, let's take a look and see. I doubt that I'll be able to do anything like this, but let's see what it takes to make the jetpack. The jetpack requires 4 ion thrusters. And the ion thrusters are very difficult to make, I'm sure. Oh, well, that's not actually gonna work. Let's see. Options. No. Item subsets. Mod. Okay. Ion thrusters. We're gonna need 4 of those, which is required. Even more force field emitters that we don't have anything to make. Advanced machine blocks. No, that ain't gonna happen. Invar. Hey, now this looks better. Advanced machine blocks. Yeah, okay. Advanced machine. Oh, I'm an advanced machine block. Advanced circuits. Where did I get advanced? Oh, yeah, there's the advanced machine block. Yeah, I'm not anywhere near to making this stuff yet, and I have no intention of trying to work on that kind of thing for now. We can use Invar instead, but we're still going to have to make more force field emitters, which is going to require... I've got the circuits, I've got the pearls, I just don't have the solenoids, and the solenoids require the wiring. And I guess, technically speaking, we could go with gold, cable, and redstone to make it. And, you know, I have plenty of gold. Maybe that is the way I should do this. It doesn't really seem... I don't normally do it this way, but... I want to get it done. I'm okay with... Wow, that was a lot. So the other thing is the redstone, and I didn't get rid of my redstone yet, but there's no way I have enough to make what I want to make. So we're going to go downstairs and use my redstone supplies down here. That should be plenty. And we're just going to go ahead and we're going to make a bunch of these. And a bunch of these. And a bunch more of these. And we're just going to keep going because we're going to need ungodly large amounts of these. Okay, so next thing we need is to turn the... What are we trying to make again? Let's see. We were going to make the ion thrusters, but we were also going to do the force field emitters. So we need the solenoids, which requires machine blocks or iron ingots, and I just put the iron away, so back upstairs we go. Whee! Okay. Alright, so we need to make solenoids. We're going to make a stack of solenoids at this point just because I can. The other thing we need is servos, which is going to require the machine blocks and the circuits that I just put up. I know I need these servos because they are going to help me make the things that I'm going to have fun with the most. And look at that, I had the unattuned tesseracts too. I could have done that. I just went around the long way, didn't I? There are worse things. Alrighty, so now we're going to make these because we can as well. Alrighty, now we can... Do you mind? Thank you. Alright, so now we're going to use my sprint assist. And we're going to bring the power up. And we're going to bring the walking assist up. And then we're going to do the jump assist. And we're going to bring that up as well. Now, before I do this, we need to do something very important. We need to put in the shock absorbers. Without the shock absorbers, I would go outside, jump, and when I landed, I would instantly die. So we need 2 more servo motors and some wool. And let's see, did I make any extra servo motors? No, I didn't. I knew I needed more than this. So let's see, servo motors. And we... Get back here. I mean, you might notice I'm walking a little bit faster at this point. And this is just normal walking, much less sprinting. I'm now walking faster than I could sprint previously. So, no, wool. Need 2. Look at that. 2 wool exactly. That works out nicely. Holy crap. I may have to actually turn that down just a little bit because I'm actually too fast. Impact. Now I'm going to bring this all the way up. Distance reduction is 100%, and that essentially I will never take fall damage again. So, that being the case, let's go outside, if I can get outside, and jump. I'm not jumping as high as I thought I would. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm still going like crazy. The speed and the jump power is incredible. And let's see. Hey, skeleton, shoot me. Didn't hurt. Didn't hurt. Didn't hurt. Die! Okay, well, we will be making other additions to the... How did I catch fire? Is that what the other part of this is? Okay, well, now they have heat generation, and they did not have any heat issues in previous versions. So I guess that now I have to worry about overheating and catching fire. I can worry about that at some point later. I'll have to do a little bit of research as to what is and is not available for this power suit. Before there was no heat, so I didn't have to worry about it. Now there is, so I do. It's going to require a little bit of research and a little bit of figuring stuff out to make sure I get it all right. For the moment, I am not worried about it. I seem to be in very good shape. I can now do a lot of running and jumping and exploring, so that will be nice. The next thing I want to do is get some flight going on, which requires 4 ion thrusters. I don't think I'm going to have anywhere near what I need to be able to make ion thrusters, even having done what I've just done. I still need more force field emitters, and so I'm going to need 2, 4, 6, 8 more force field emitters, and I don't think we have what's necessary for 8 more as of yet. I'm running past a little bit as far as the time for the episode goes, and that's probably not great. I'm also running low on ender pearls, which I know is not great. But let's see if we can get these going on. That was 4 more. So that's halfway there. And, well, we're just going to have to do the rest next episode or in between episodes. You've seen what it takes to make this stuff. I will probably go ahead and do a little bit of tweaking. If I add anything other than the jetpack and a couple of little things, I'll explain it all in the next episode. For now, I gotta clean myself up. I am a mess, and I will holler at you next episode, where I should be able to run and jump and play with all the big kids and not get in any kind of trouble. Until next time, this is Jeronitis signing off, and remember to help spread the gaming.